to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Davis.
Here.
Parker.
Here.
Schneider.
Here.
Stoops.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Sukasar. Sukas W.
And non-agenda items from the sidelines, I wasn't given anything, so. And comments from the city administration.
Today was the last day to pay taxes. That's all I have.
Yes, we currently met our expectations for the Memphis Police Officers Association, so it is now a tax exempt status, and it's retro back to February of 2013, so only right for any
What was
reference.
that again? What association was this?
Memphis Police Officers Association?
Oh, when you formed, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, when you form an association, it's not necessarily tax-free initially. There's a review, and after a certain time, that's when they do a final review for a tax-free status, which we have earned.
Yeah. Anything else?
That is it.
Bart?
We had trouble with boiler number 1 in our community center, the church over, and they needed a new circulating pump, and that was a cost of $301.42.
301.42. $1.40 over what the charter
Just
says.
$1.42 over the charter, yeah.
So you want,
I'm informing you and because it is over the $300.
Yeah, well, who was it that?
That was St. Clair Heating and Plumbing.
Could I have a motion to just approve the expenditure of $301.40?
So moved. Four.
Parker.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Sukas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Anything else?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's last week for sign up for Daddy-Daughter Dance. That dance is on February 28th. We had a senior meeting last week. Yeah. And I had 9 seniors show up. It was a good time. And the next one's going to be March 18th, and that's a St. Patrick's Day celebration for the seniors. And that's all I have tonight.
Okay. Okay, motion to adopt or amend the agenda? Motion to adopt.
If there's no changes, I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Support.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Sukas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker.
Okay, have you had time to, hope you read over the regular meetings, minute meetings of February 3rd, and that approval for that?
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes as presented.
Support.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Sukas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
We have no communications, no unfinished business, so new business, administrative memo, let's see, number. Item
7.
Number 7. Apparently I got it out of order here someplace. Got to put it on. I got it, yeah, okay. I have it. These are budget amendments for on the fire department and salvage, and it's just getting a kind of clean it up to make it correct. So any questions on that, I'll make a motion to approve that.
Can you turn to 7? It is
Number 7.
Okay, I'll make it. I'll make it.
I'll support.
That's my signature.
Wilson.
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Sukas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Okay, the next is the refuse collection and contract bids. We bid this, I believe, 5 years ago, and this was a 5-year contract with Waste Management. And so now it's ready to put up for bid. The contract runs out to June 30, 2015. I think the question we have is that should we bid this time for the recycling? I attached a couple memos to that. This was, recycling was quoted back in July or September 30th, 2013, and then Bart and I had a subsequent meeting, I believe it was last year sometime, on recycling. Our current trash pickup is $10.80 a month, and and what we had discussed, I think, on the recycling was what was it, $9.75 a quarter. We didn't go to recycling at that time because they said it'd be cheaper probably if we quoted it with the rental contract with the trash pickup. So I guess the no question has to go for bid, but the question to the council is that do we want to have them include as a separate item recycling? So I was open for discussion.
Can we get quotes both ways?
Yes, I think there's with it, yeah, and then separately. So is there any, so would you want us to quote, have it quoted then, or what's your pleasure on that?
These prices are from last year?
Yeah.
From
Well, no, they actually.
July
was from-
28th?
It was actually in, we used the figure on 2013, which was.
So these prices would
They-
necessarily
they-
be the same?
No, they might not necessarily be the same. When Bart and I talked, we also asked the cost of having a dumpster, and then and that was $495 a haul. The only trouble with that is, we've had that before, and it was always hard to control.
Right.
We had it-
Plastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was
and I
out there
think,
before.
I think it ended up a lot of times where people would put it down beside.
Yeah.
And the other thing, that this would be paid for the citizens of Memphis, but when it was open like that, everybody in the surrounding area would also use it, and then we'd be paid for it. So I think that's options out. It had to be.
I agree.
Yeah, it had to be strictly for the citizens of Memphis through a pickup. I believe they said that what they were talking about is every other week that they do the recycling pickup. And then of course, the regular trash pickup would be every week. So it's if you want to have it included in the bid package, then I'll entertain a motion that we put this out to bid and include, we could include it or have it quoted separately, whatever you prefer, or both.
I would say both.
Okay, then I'll entertain a motion on that.
I make that motion.
What about the yard waste?
No, I think we don't need to do that because when Bart and I talked to him, we were looking at options at that time because we were eliminating the burn pile. Subsequently, we now have the burn pile, so we won't.
Bart can handle that now.
Yeah, right. So we won't.
Okay, I'll support it.
How's that working out, Bart?
Because
Scale of 1
we're,
to 10.
well, because we're the only ones allowed back on that property, obviously it's more.
It's
A lot more
work.
people I realize
More
took
work
their
for you.
waste down
Yeah.
from the city. But nevertheless, it's working.
Okay.
And we're keeping the pile, because it is in the township, we're keeping the pile burned.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of the 6 months, and then you got this
Big
massive
wet
pile
pile.
that,
It's wet.
yeah.
Lucas R.,
Yes.
Lucas W.,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. The next item on the agenda is the drywall in the office. We budgeted $1,500 for that in our budget, and you have some quotes there. The one quote from Maryland that was $850 for the office. When this was quoted, they also, there's an additional quote for drywall in this section right here. I don't see that much wrong with that, the way it is, but if council would like it done. and
Them
then-
quotes also, they're going to go over that window. Because we don't ever use it,
Oh,
so
this
they
win-
will drywall the side of that window.
Oh, that one, okay.
I don't know how they blend it in with the brick, or just
All right.
look boxed in then?
On both sides there, it will be,
Yeah, because they said it'll look funny if you're sitting here and you won't, there'll be the window in the
Yeah,
home.
well, yeah, yeah, you go on both sides.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
So the quote from Mel, including, he has $850 for the office, and then $275 for this here. The quote from Dax, is that how you pronounce that?
Taking docks.
Okay, Docs, okay. The, for labor and painting is $700, and then if we wanted to paint it, then it would be $560 for the office. And this out here would be, $260 and $160. And the third quote is out of sight anyway. Is that $1,400 for the office?
For the
right?
office and
Yeah.
the 400 for
Yeah,
the.
so
yeah.
I think then that the cheapest quote here then is Docs. And so it's $560 if we do the painting, and $700 if they do the painting. And if you want to do this, it's $260 versus versus $160 without painting. So I guess the first thing you decide then, do we want to do this or don't want to do this? And then the second side is who you let the contract out to. So do you want this done or not done? To me, it don't bother me one way or the other.
Doesn't bother me any.
You know, the second quote doesn't really specify what exactly he's using.
I think, check
This
that,
one-
Kinda,
This one says quarter inch,
yeah.
yeah, I think he was using the 3/8 inch.
this one says
You told him
3/8, and the
to
other one
use
doesn't say it,
mallets.
so.
Yeah.
Neil's using 5/8.
Whatever. The 5/8?
Or 3/8.
Oh, that's 3/8.
It's a little scribbling on my copy. Is it 5/8?
Oh, he's got.
5/8 on the printed on the
Right,
typed copy.
3/8 on this one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
If you're-
so actually, I really thought drywall was quarter inch, half inch, 5/8, 3/4.
Yeah, I don't,
There
if
was
you're going
something
over
serious.
that, I would definitely wouldn't use 5/8.
Yeah.
I go over it, some of mine, I went over a quarter inch.
Right.
And definitely wouldn't go over 3/8.
Yeah.
Yeah, quarter inch would actually go, but I wouldn't go over 3/8. So what's your pleasure?
How much was budgeted?
1,500. I think the 1,500 included though, replacing the floor. And we're not gonna do that because there's gonna be a lot of mess going on over in the.
You're gonna have to
section.
see after the fact,
Yeah,
what's gotta get
We'll
done.
do it after the
Right.
fact. So whatever's left over, I just soon go into their equipment in place or whatever, so that we can
Right.
have the money left there to do the floor. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are all these quotes covering that window?
Yeah.
But you don't know what side.
You want me to make the decision, or are you guys gonna do it? Come on, let's go.
we've already budgeted for it, the decision's already been made. It's just a
Well, no,
matter-
on this here it wasn't. That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm not the
Oh.
other. I'm talking about this one here, because this, we didn't budget to do that, but the money's there if you want to do it, but, so, yeah, that's what I'm,
Well, if they do that, they're gonna pay all this in here too.
well.
I mean, you might as well, if you're gonna do the whole thing.
Well, unless you could match the paint, I assume should be able to match it, everything, so. Now you have to get a section off it though, to take it to a paint shop.
If you're just going from corner to corner, even if you didn't try to match it at all, you see many rooms where one wall is drastically different from the rest of the room.
I'll make a motion and then we go for the cheapest bid, I guess.
And on both, or just on,
No, I said just do the office for now.
you would? Well, if that, is there support for that?
I'll support.
Okay, all right.
So that's Dick and Ducks.
And that's, okay, and we'll go to the cheapest bid, which would be Dobbs.
Zukas W?
Yes.
Okay, just one thing now, is if you wanted them for to do the painting, or are we gonna do the painting? Because there is a difference there. $140.
So let them paint it?
I guess we could.
$140, I would let them paint it.
Yeah, I would too.
Okay, all right.
Yes, that's include the paint, right? We
Yes.
don't buy the thing. Yeah.
With a better contract, do you want it at least,
Pardon?
should it be at least the 5/8 drywall, or?
No, I think he's gonna go with
No,
3/8.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
All right.
So yeah, I did mine with a quarter.
Well, I'll put it this way, Larry. We need a better, description of what he's gonna do
Yeah.
before we can actually approve that he's gonna be
Well,
doing it.
We could, all right, then, we'll verify that, Scott, okay?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right, we'll verify that. Was there support?
Yes.
Okay.
I support.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zukas R.
Yes.
Okay, next item is electrical inspector. I think this is more for, that, he's just appointing an inspector.
Yeah, he just wanted to approve that we approve him.
Yeah, so our electrical inspectors, just has someone that, when he's not available, he's given us the, individual who will inspect the electrical, Paul DeWitt, I believe it is. And, so this is more for our own information only, okay? Okay, from, I guess that's everything there, then from the mayor, I have about three things. On Monday, I think February 9th, Bart and I met with the BMJ engineers, and the prints that we had drawn up didn't have any specs on them, so, and this is on the project of all the ADA doors, the ramp over at the community center, and the revamping of the office out there. And so we had the specs all drawn up, and then we also, they give us a date when this project will be put in place. March the 2nd, the CBG planner will review the above bid package. March the 16th, the bid project will go out for bid. And then April the 2nd, we'll open the bids. April 25th, the council's approval. May 5th, start of the project. And Eric, I think everyone else had copies of that. I'll go over that with you. So that's just to bring you up to date on that. The second item, and I believe you all got a copy of this, and I think, Frank, you got actually a copy of all the proposals, I mean, on the police reserve.
Right.
Okay, and I think you also got a copy of this project here. I'd like the committee to look at that and get the proper, procedures and protocol in place. And then, once you have that, it can be brought back to council, and we then can approve it and then have it sent to our lawyer. This should be reviewed with the police chief as well, by the way. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then, once we get a proper detailed job description, then we also will have it approved by our lawyer. And then I've discussed this with MML, and once they have that, then they can do a cost analysis as far as the liability goes. It probably be minimal, but I've heard figures from 400 to 600 to 700. I don't know what it'll be, but they won't give me a firm answer until they know the job description. And once that's all in place, then it'll have to come back for final approval. So, and I give you all a copy of the memo, and then, but I give you Donna got, I think about 6 of them, of other municipalities, how their plan is, and I think we can try to get the best out of each and detail it to what we want.
Right.
So it might be different than what they've done.
We'll put that together.
Okay. The third, did you want to say something?
Yes, real quickly. I got something almost put together here. We'll be
Okay.
done within the next couple of days. It talks with Gene King from the MML, and going off of his recommendations, kind of follow close to the city of Frankenmuth as an ideal program.
Okay.
So between several departments of similar size, going based off of their general orders, combining to what best fits the needs of Memphis. So what I was thinking is having him review it for any possible changes. Once I show it to him, we bring that to the police commission to go beyond there and potentially get some quotes also while the review's going on with MML.
Okay, yeah, just have the committee and you review it all and come up with what's would probably fit our needs, what fits ours, might not necessarily be comparative with someone else, but yeah.
Correct.
Okay? Okay, the third is I want the police committee to look at that. That was it's a police issue, a complaint. And so
Right.
have you look at that, and you may have to get the individual file the complaint and notify them in case they want to come in. And we have to have a written response to that individual. I won't mention names yet like that. So. And that's all I have. So, Buddy?
Nothing.
I have nothing, Mr. Mayor.
Scott?
Nothing, you covered it.
Scott?
No.
Bill? Could I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.